Bangladesh going eyeball to eyeball with their rivals.
Hello,
one more
everybody,
time.
and
A day for parading of colours, a day for pride, a day for partisanship, perhaps a day for personalities who will prevail over what could potentially turn into 90 minutes of bedlam. It's time we ask that age-old question again. Who is going to come out on top this time? And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, it's as friendly as it can be in the circumstances, but you feel the rivalry.
Well, Peter, you can dress it up any way you like, but we all know what we're in for.
And there's no point trying to pretend otherwise. No disguising the edginess that's swirling around us here.
No, these teams only know one way to play each other.
It is a true heavyweight clash. Well, we're on the way. It is that familiar feeling again, old foes, fresh hostilities. He's had it taken off him. Oh, that's a key interception. No, that's been intercepted. He has found a way through.
Such good technique.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Pressing high and with purpose. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. It's a good foot in there. Lovely feet.
That was lovely, that.
Hangs one in. Gets his head on it! Oh, should really have made more of that.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges? Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Over to the right flank. Just too much on that. Bangladesh yet to have an attempt on goal. Distributed tidily. Oh, well played, well played. That pass isn't the best. He's a sharp little ball here. He's found a way through. And he gets rid in a hurry. That's a throw. Corner. They've played it short. And that could well leave a mark. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. And now a sudden chance to counter. Showing great feet there. Oh, he's enjoyed that. Oh, he's been caught on it here. That's really well cleared. Corner given. And it's been taken short. Good ball, good take. Spread it left. Played it again. Bangladesh have the chance to go the other way. He's had a shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. It's a pretty loose pass. Looking for options for movement. Not a hint of offside here. He's having a shot!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Well timed, excellent interception. And he's had it nicked away. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Nicely weighted ball. It's a shade optimistic.
Indicated.
Threads one in. Oh, that's well spotted. That's the end of the first 45. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break.
And please welcome our lads to the field.
So we're off again. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Looking wide, knocks it out wide, space for him to turn and look, caught offside that time.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And the counter is on. He's picked his way through.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Spread out to the left. Goes to finish! Good running, strong and purposeful. Well, we're still waiting for a goal to report here.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
It's a really well-measured ball. Goes for a shot! And it's there! They forced the error. Truly precious lead.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Defending was strong and firm. Now this could be a chance. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now. Bangladesh appear determined to play through the middle again, and guess what? It's the same result.
And he was alert to it.
Bangladesh really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Very nicely done. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Bangladesh could be just about done here.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this...
And a chance!
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Abdul Samad. He's shifting through the gears here. Knocks it into space. And the shot! That is decidedly lacking.
There will be 3 minutes.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
And the number on the board is 3. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Shoots! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Bangladesh really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue. This is a Hollywood or bust corner. The final whistle is up next.
They've played it short. Can he finish? And that's it. They chased and chased, but it wasn't to be. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Yeah, well, I've been on the losing side in games like this, and I can tell you it really does hurt. It's about the fans, and when you let them down, it hurts that bit more. I mean, you can do all the right preparations and still end up on the losing side. I don't think they'll be going out tonight.
The final whistle today.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. And so the calm before the storm. A game this so engraved into sporting history. These two teams have squared up so many times before. It is a rivalry whose significance has never been diluted and never ever will be. All stemming from that simple dread at the very idea of losing each to the other. Everyone here is obliged to win. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, it's as friendly as it can be in the circumstances, but you feel the rivalry.
Well, there may be nothing resting on it, Peter, but...
And the finish!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Now this could be a chance. Might be danger. Real chance! Of course! The first significant strike. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Bangladesh have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Closing in on goal. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Bangladesh leading here thanks to that early goal, and the score is 1-0. He'll try from distance! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
I'm a little surprised that he actually couldn't make that count. He's so good from that range. Often he'll find a net. India really do like to play with a distinctive style, one that's pacey and expansive.
And they have the players, those players that love a gallop or two out wide.
Yeah, they're the key supply routes, Peter, carrying the ball and then delivering it across that box.
He's in a good position here.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And he cuts out the supply. Forwards and with intent. Spread it left. And the return pass. And the shot! Not a bad try by any means.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. He's in a great position. Decent chance! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Oh, he's having a go! Dispatched clinically! They have come roaring back!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
After 31 minutes is number 21.
Oh, a horrible error, and he has nowhere to hide.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
India restore parity.
Well, it seems to me they'll both be pushing for another now. Could be a critical phase.
He's going for goal!
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in.
And he's had it nicked away. And it's made its way to him. He's on it, can he get away? Oh no, that was never going to make it. Well, that's well spotted. He's having a pop! Bangladesh with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. They've played it short. And now a sudden chance to counter.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Gets a good foot in there. The final seconds now.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And he's intervened well there. Great vision. And that brings the first half to a close. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, Jim, they've both had their moments.
Well, it sets up a very entertaining second half, Peter. Who's going to make the first move, trying to win this, and how they might find a way to sustain good pressure.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half.
Everyone, please welcome to the field our players.
So once again, we're underway.
Bangladesh have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Foot in. Nicely aimed pass. And he's well positioned here. Chance here to counter. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, well played, well sorted out. Deftly away. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's found a way through. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Tries to pass it through. Now, what about a counter-attack? He's picked his way through. It's a pretty loose pass. And he shoots! And there's his goal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Number 21.
And yes, it's him again. India leading now.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?